I get a call one time from a Catholic church that had a serious bat problem. The weight of the guano cracked the ceiling and all of the guano went pouring down to the congregation below. It was one of the most surreal, horrific things I had ever seen. All right, if you don't have any further questions, I'm gonna go ahead and do an inspection, see where they're getting in, go up in the attic, try to determine how large my bat population is. I'll come back to you and tell you what I'm gonna do to get rid of them and what to expect at this point.
Okay.
I'm heading up into the attic now to make sure those bats are up there. Working in attics is very hazardous, extremely dangerous. The #1 culprit up here is heat exhaustion. But you also got to guard against nails sticking out of the ceiling, falling through the drywall if you don't walk on these cross beams, stepping over insulation and ductwork. Very dangerous, so you got to be pretty careful when you're dealing with these things. Oh, damn. Oh, crap, I almost went through. Oh, that's exactly what I was talking about, is crap just like that. A lot of Vexcon technicians have fallen through ceilings, including my dad. My dad actually split his head wide open one time and needed way over 30 stitches to sew his face back together, so it's very serious, man. All right, I'm coming up on this back louver here. Bingo, there's the bat population I was looking for right there. Well, hello, boys. They're on the back side of this louver, but they're blocked by the screen, so this is gonna be really easy for me to get them out of here. Now that I know where these little buggers are hanging out, I'm gonna take some soapy water and spray them right out of the house. Vexcon's giving them the 3-second eviction notice.
I'm gonna close my door so they don't fly in the house or something.
Look, I could have used anything to flush these bats out, but I chose soapy water. The reason why I like that is because bats have a natural parasite called a bat bug, which is the same as the bed bug. They can give you a lot of problems and give the bats a lot of problems. So when I have to flush these bats out of their home, I might as well send them away clean and bug-free.
All right, I'm about to apply the water, and they're gonna start flying. Here we go, boys. Oh, how's that? Y'all don't like that, do you? Oh, the cleanness. Oh, we hate being so clean.
Okay, clean the house.
Bats like dark, protected, warm places in which they can hide. That's why they chose this attic. Once I get them out, they're probably gonna find a hollow tree, under a bridge, or a big building to relocate to.
Oh, he's on the ground. It's weird.
He's stubborn. Get out of here. Hey, there he goes. The final step here is to add the hardware cloth to the outside of the louver vent, and when the bats try to return tomorrow, no way. Hello, ladies. Well, Miss Willis, I got all the bats out and sealed up the openings so they can't get back in tomorrow, but I think we're hooked up. We got it all in one swoop.
Now that the bats are gone, I'm really glad I don't have to worry about the girls getting mixed up with them or the dogs getting bit and getting rabies or something, so I'm really happy.
The bats were kind of scary to Jane and Jimmy, but I think they were pretty.
Oh, yeah, I can see them up there right now, actually. The bats. Big
Oh, you
pocket
can see
right
them
there.
moving
Oh, yeah,
really
yeah, I
good
see them
today.
right here in broad daylight. Right there is a big pocket. Good grief. I can almost guarantee there's thousands and thousands of bats at that location up there for this much guano to be deposited. Ah, perfect. I got the concession stand right next to it. That figures. All those condensed bats, they have isolated down into this little tiny triangle right next to the food concession stand, which is a major nightmare. They're urinating and defecating all over the surfaces where they're preparing food, where people are buying their hot dogs and their nachos. The city's gonna close it down if we don't get this done. So I know the bats are at that location, but I do not think that they're coming into the stairwell. I'm pretty confident that it's this side that they're coming out of, and this is the side I'm gonna have to concentrate my efforts on. As I'm going up, I can see guano just attached to the side of the cement here. As it rains down and hits the porous concrete, it sticks to it. Bats are definitely up here. I can see a lot of activity, a lot of guano, a lot of grease marks, a couple little eyeballs. I think I got 3 walls here to deal with. We gotta get this done. All right, I completed my inspection. We're gonna set that net for you on both of the stairwells. Knock these two places out, and I think we might be at the end of this road. Okay, you're welcome. It's me and VexCon against a massive population of bats. The city and management, all involved with the ballpark, they've been very patient. But opening day's coming up, and they want them out of there. So it's going all the way up the city ladder. I mean, everybody knows I'm on this job. So if I blow it, I blow it big.
Well, don't think I'm walking away. I'll be back.
Get them bats this time for sure. The netting, the drills. Because animal control is not a perfect system, I'm winging it, man. Woo, it's gonna be tough. Oh, the general public thinks there's a perfect system for getting bats out of a building like that. No, you just don't give up. We're getting close to dusk now, so what the plan is me and Rick are gonna go ahead and hang some netting around that triangular area. What we do is we let the net hang freely. We don't fasten it on the bottom. It hangs like a curtain where the bats can come out and exit without getting trapped. The following morning when they return, they won't know to go to the bottom of the net. Instead, they just slam right into the netting.
We try to get lucky on this because we're running out of time. Now, when the sun starts to come up, they're gonna get aggravated and fly off to find a new place to roost. That's where I come into action. I'll tear the netting down. In that gap that they were living in, I'm gonna go ahead and take this highly advanced bat deterrent system, this foam tube, and fill that cavity up.
And that freaks them out. So what they do is they'll go and find any nook and cranny to hide in, and as long as it's not in this ball field, that's fine by me. All right, here we go. Okay, let's kill the lights. Seeing a lot of movement. The bats are starting to get active.
There we go.
There's one. We got him in the corner, Rick. There we go. Coming out now. Hello, boys. We tricked you, though.
Keep on coming, baby.
I've been chasing you all over this ballpark, and I'm sick of it. Keep telling your buddies, come on out. Right now, they're going out for a mosquito feeding. When they come back in the morning, full-blown eviction.
This guy right here, evicted.
Oh, wait, I'm gonna help this dude. I'm gonna set this boy free. As the bats are coming out, a lot of them are gonna get hung up in the netting, so we're gonna have to free them and get them out of there. Many people involved in this project has asked me just to kill the bats, and if I wanted to, I could go in there and kill them. But they're good for the environment. I mean, they eat their body weight in mosquitoes every night. I mean, that's fantastic.
Bye.
Biting on me.
What a dominant species. Leave me alone.
Yeah, bit me in the ear. I can't believe one of them dudes bit me in the ear, man. I've got to run a business. When a customer pays you money for an emergency situation like a snake in a house, bats in a ball field, I got to do my best to get that problem cleared up as quickly as I can. Everything worked out perfect, just like we had hoped. Well, I'm out here today to do my follow-up with Terry. So how's it been going?
It's going much better. I believe the bats are gone.
I'm glad to hear that. No problems on the main corridors?
Nope, we're good to go.
Wow, okay, good. Checking now to make sure that foam I installed worked. Oh, yeah. Checking the ledge here, I don't see any bat guano. Looks like the foam did the trick. Problem solved. Ma'am, is this where you sit most of the time, watching TV and stuff? Uh-huh. Oh my God, that's right above your head. As soon as I walked in, I looked up above her chair and I saw these two huge, nasty yellow urine stains up there, and I knew it was from the bats. The ceiling was so weighed down with bat excrement, I was worried it could collapse and Miss Anderson could get really hurt or worse. Not good. Bats carry all kinds of nasty diseases, and for an elderly person like Miss Anderson, this can pose a serious health risk. All right, let's see what we got going on here. I needed to find out the full extent of the bat infestation, so it's time to head up into the attic to check on Miss Anderson's uninvited guests. When I started to get up into the attic, it sounded like 1,000 tricycles with squeaky wheels coming down the road. Oh, man.
How's it look up here, Bill?
Pretty creepy, man. There's a lot of bats up here.
Wow.
There are hundreds of bats up in this attic, and while they won't attack if unprovoked, bats will defend themselves, biting if they feel threatened. Got a big-ass pocket over here, big pocket over there. Pretty much the entire pitch on this roof is just loaded with bats.
So, where are we gonna start?
We're going to use the bats' natural behavior to our advantage to get them out of Miss Anderson's house. Basically, what I'm gonna do is on the outside of these pitches, we're gonna hang bat netting outside, right? When these bats tonight start to fly out, they're gonna hit the backside of the net. The net will be hanging loosely like a curtain, right? So the bats will hit that netting, drop down, and fly off. We hang the netting up while the bats are still inside. That way, when they fly out for the night, if any of them decide to turn back around, they can't get back in. Then tomorrow, in the morning, they're gonna try to come back and get into the attic again, and they can't. That netting's there.
They'll just have to go find another home.
Exactly, and the best part of that is we don't have to kill any bats to do that. Even though the bats are agitated by us being up in the attic, I'm trying to stay focused on the job. But the longer we stay up in the attic, the more aggressive these bats are getting. Yeah, we might have to get down here in a little bit. Our flashlights have got them all stirred up.
Yeah, they're pretty active.
God, whoa.
Oh.
Whoa! Godly, man! Dude almost bit me in the jewels, man. These bats are serious about protecting their roost. Good thing for me, this bat did not have better aim. Okay, at this point, we can go ahead and get started. We got bats all over each side of the house, so we'll go ahead and hang that netting around the outside today. Then we gotta come back tomorrow morning, tear the netting down, and then seal all these gaps up so they can't get back in.
Sounds good.
Once the bats get out, they're free. They can go out and feed on mosquitoes, which is the best thing for bats and the best thing for man. Doing a good job, dude. Now that we've got the netting installed, we're just gonna wait for nightfall. Yeah, just about any minute, man. Them things should start coming out of here.
So we just sit and wait.
Yep, sitting and waiting. Whoa, they're coming out of there now.
Dude, this is amazing. They just pouring out of there.
Yeah, well, it's going pretty good, man. Tomorrow morning, when we get back out here, there won't be any more up there. All right, man, let's get them.
Do it.
Good morning. We're here to finish the job. Things are going very well on Miss Anderson's bat job. Bats are gone. I don't see one.
It's hard to believe that just yesterday there was hundreds and hundreds of bats up in here.
The next thing we're gonna do is close all the openings with expansion foam and the big openings with hardware cloth. Here we go. We're out of here, man. Well, Miss Anderson, good news. The bats are completely out and they can't get back in.
I'm so thankful for everything.
It's been an amazing day. Not only did I help Miss Anderson get the safety of her home back, I got to work with Dave, who is one cool dude. It feels great to end a day like this.
I'm finally able to grab the gator, and instantly he starts freaking out. He is not happy about being drug out of this water and wants to fight me every step of the way.
Oh, he's heavy.